Thank you for joining me once again. This is my update for the 31st of October 2025. Happy Halloween to everybody celebrating it today. Let's talk about the current critical situation in Pokrovsk and in Kupyansk city of Ukraine. Yesterday, Vladimir Putin suggested and stated he would allow press and journalists into the contact area in Pokrovsk and in Kupyansk just for the world to see what is actually going on, to see all the lies that have been told to you and me, and also to see the state, the terrible state of those forces currently encircled in both cities. Vladimir Putin said he would leave an open window of up to 8 hours for press and journalists to go into those cities to speak to the forces. During that 8 hours, there will be no combat or contact, activities. They will allow the press safe passage into the cities to go and see the soldiers, which is something we were all hoping to actually see the conditions of those forces and to have a little bit of more insight into what is actually happening. But surprise, surprise, Zelensky rejected that offer or that suggestion today, the 31st of October, after he spoke to his masters in Europe. Zelensky claimed it was not a good idea. He doesn't advise the press and the journalists to go into the contact area. They should try not to support Vladimir Putin's or to cover up Vladimir Putin's crime in Ukraine. He said, Vladimir Putin and Russia are prolonging this war. They don't want to end this war. And he doesn't advise, or he would not accept or allow press to go into those regions to speak to the forces. Exactly why? What is Zelensky hiding? What is Zelensky afraid of? Why doesn't he want the world to know what is going on in Pokrovsk and in Kupyansk? That is what we need to speak about today. This video is going to be very short and straightforward, but common sense prevails at the end of the day, right? What is Zelensky trying to hide from you and me? Vladimir Putin, who is currently in charge of both cities, by the way, had said, I will allow press to go in to broadcast. Not Russian press, not Russian friendly press, the Western press to go in and talk to those forces so that they can cover the real truth against all the lies Zelensky has been telling the world. But Zelensky said no. Instead, he is arguing that Russia is the one prolonging this war without allowing ceasefire to hold. He said the world should try not to fall into the trap of justifying Vladimir Putin's crime in Ukraine. Is that what they asked you? All they're saying, allow the press to go in and do what they have to do, right? But Zelensky would never allow that. Now, from my own point of view, I feel the few reasons why I think Zelensky would not allow that to happen is because it is going to cause an outrage in the world and in Ukraine and in Europe, because the truth will be revealed. Obviously, those forces are tired. Many of them are injured. Many of them are seriously wounded. There is no food. Obviously, no rotation because now they are surrendered. No medication. No ammunition left. They are just waiting there for fate to catch up with them in brutal, cold weather. What do you think they will do? They will spill out the truth. They will tell the press the truth. And this is something Zelensky cannot afford to happen. This is something the EU leaders cannot afford to see happen. So they told him not to accept it, not to allow press. Now, please, if you're watching this video, make this make sense. Make it make sense for me. Why is Zelensky not allowing press into the area to go and see those forces, to report on the health, on the condition of those forces? You know why, don't you? Because the truth is going to be revealed. And yet, this guy is out there arguing for ceasefire, arguing and trying to tell the world, don't fall for Vladimir Putin's trick. He is trying to get you all to justify his crime in Ukraine. That is not what they ask you. What they ask you is, allow the press and journalists to go in there and speak to the men, so that people like me and you can know the truth. Is it Russia that is lying, that they have about 12,000 forces surrounded? Is it Ukraine that is lying, that there are no forces surrounded? Is it Russia that is lying, that they are winning in Pokrovsk? Or is it Ukraine that is, we need to know, because all we know so far so good is the word of mouth, right? Allow the press go in and do their job. Zelensky said never. He will not allow them to go in. Any press or journalist that goes into Pokrovsk or Kupyansk goes at their own risk. What do you guys have to say? Without me having to blab too much today. This is common sense, right? This is common sense. What if you're watching this, what do you think Zelensky is afraid of? And why do you think he would not allow the press and the journalists to go into Pokrovsk or into Kupyansk to interview those forces? If you have a good idea, let me know in the comment section.